We can see the table of values for 2 to the x as we saw in example 1. We're now going to look at a half to the x. If we have a half to the minus 3, the minus in the index turns the fraction upside down, so we get 2 over 1 to the power 3, which is 2 cubed divided by 1 cubed, which is 8. So this is 8. A half to the minus 2 on the same basis will be 4. And a half to the minus 1, just turning the fraction upside down, is 2. A half to the 0 is of course 1. A half to the 1 is just a half, or as a decimal, 0.5. A half squared is 1 squared over 2 squared, which is a quarter, which is 0.25 as a decimal. And a half cubed is 1 cubed over 2 cubed, which is an eighth, or 0.125. If we look at the values in the table, we can see that the half to the x values are in reverse order, and this would correspond to a reflection in the y-axis. If we consider that a half is 2 to the minus 1, and the first row here is y equals 2 to the x, then the bottom row, a half to the x, would be 2 to the minus 1 to the x, which is just 2 to the minus x. So this row of values is for y is 2 to the minus x. Here we have y is 2 to the x, which we've met before. The blue curve is y is 2 to the minus x, or a half to the x. Note that it slopes downwards here, and the positive x-axis is the asymptote for 2 to the minus x. For 2 to the x, as we saw before, the negative x-axis is the asymptote. Remember that an asymptote is a line that a curve gets closer and closer to, but never gets there. Note the shape of the 2 to the minus x curve and of the 2 to the x curve. Also consider that these are reflections in the y-axis. If f of x is 2 to the x, f of minus x is 2 to the minus x, and this is a transformation of the type f minus x, and we've seen before that this is a reflection in the y-axis, and we can see that quite clearly on the graph.